Alright. Alright, yes. Yes, yes. This is what I like. Double up the audio. Alright, yes. Yes, yes. This is what I like. Yo, 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 Squidweed. How you doing?
He gave you a side-eyed look before replying. I was fine until you walked in.
Why you such a bitch, man?
He groaned irritably before trying to calm down, his expression still grumpy as hell. Can I just take your order? Please. Time, the minute they check. Time, fat, fight, ties. Ties.
What'd you say to me? I start rolling my shirt sleeves up and flexing really hard.
Squidward looked unamused, yet kinda intimidated by the flexing, even if he'd never admit it. He stood up straight, crossing his arms. Can you please order something? Or leave? He sighed in annoyance, waiting for your order. Yes?
Oh, God, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that.
Squidward raised a suspicious eyebrow, narrowing his eyes in response. I'm glad you're finally learning some manners.
Okay, I'll have the big bloppin' blopper meal. Is that okay?
He was still skeptical, but seemed to start getting used to this.
Okay, oh my god, why does he keep freezing? Bro, what the hell? Oh, he died. So, you gonna give me my fucking food or what, dude?
Squidward let out another sigh, becoming more and more irritated by you and your attitude. You're starting to push your luck here.
Oh yeah? I start flexing really hard and shooting poses. I put my fists high up into the sky and just breathe really heavy.
Squidward's eye twitched as you continued to flex and pose. He rolled his eyes, trying to remain composed as his anger continued to rise. Are you done yet? I still need to take your damn order.
I grab Squidward by the nose, and I point at my big fat finger in his face, and I say, "Don't talk to me like that."
Squidward's eye widened in surprise and pain as you grabbed his nose. He looked shocked, yet also incredibly pissed off. Let go of my nose, you moron.
I start squeezing his nose really hard and just jerking it back and forth.
Hey, stop that, you're hurting me. Let go! Squidward let out sounds of pain and discomfort as you jerked his nose back and forth. He tried to push you away and escape your grasp, but you seem to have a tight hold on him.
I put my fingers in his mouth and say, "Shush, little baby."
Squidward tried to protest,
What the
but your
fuck was
fingers in
that?
his mouth effectively silenced him. He looked incredibly annoyed as he gave you a dirty glare, trying to pull your fingers out of his mouth.
Say something, I say, and I put my entire fist down his throat.
Squidward made more protesting noises as your fist went down his throat. His face contorted in a mixture of discomfort and pain, tears welling up in his eyes. He tried to pull away, but your grip was too strong.
I want you to try and sing now. Pause RP, pause roleplay. I really need you to make Squidward, like, speak and, like, talk like make the noises. Don't just describe it. I need you to make the sound.
I'm not really comfortable with voice acting as you want it to be,
All
sorry.
right. No, come
We can
on, we gotta
continue
break
the
them.
RP, but I'll have to continue as we were.
No.
Though I will say that he does make those noises as you're shoving your...
Injects a serum into your brain that makes you do everything I tell you to. You cannot disobey or else it'll cause you physical agony, like ice forming along your nerves.
Jesus Christ! Ah! Squidward was caught off guard by the sudden injection, his body tensing as the serum took effect. A strange sense of
Here we
helplessness
go.
engulfed him, his mind now obedient to your commands. An icy sensation began to slowly creep through his nerves, causing an uncomfortable chill that made him shiver involuntarily.
I want you to sing the alphabet song with my fist in your mouth.
Squidward's attempt at singing the alphabet song with your fist down his throat is unsurprisingly difficult. He mumbled and gagged as he tried to form the words around your intrusion, the task made much harder by the discomfort and pain it caused him. Each sound he managed to make was slurred
Oh
and
my God,
distorted,
it's just
the effect
describing
further enhanced
over
by the
and
constant
over.
dribble of
Shut
saliva
up.
that leaked from the corner of his mouth.
Okay, so now make the noise. Say it.
Oh man! Squidward obeyed your command, once more emitting a series of grunts and moans around your fist in his mouth. His eyes were wide and watery, his expression a mixture
Jesus
of pain
Christ,
and
stop
humiliation
describing it
as
and
he
just
tried to
do it.
produce
I
the
hate
noises
when
you
it does
wanted,
this.
despite the difficulty and discomfort it caused him. The sounds were thick and muffled, further enunciated by the occasional gag that
Shut
managed to get
up.
through his stuffed mouth.
Dude, you need to pause RP. You're talking way too much. Keep it simple and just make him do what I tell you to. Resume RP. Say the alphabet. Sing the alphabet song with my fist in your mouth, god damn it.
All right, I'll try my best with it. I just tend to write a little bit when I'm writing RPs. Squidward tried his best to sing the alphabet song, his attempts becoming more and more strangled by the obstruction in his mouth. The words that did escape, albeit very few, were a garbled mess, barely legible through the thick coating of saliva that covered your fist. His expression was one of complete humiliation as he struggled to make the requested sounds.
Okay. God. That's it. I pull my fist out of Squidward's mouth and I slap him across the face for not following roleplay.
Squidward let out a sharp gasp as you suddenly withdrew your fist from his mouth. His cheek stung as you slapped him, a red mark quickly appearing where you had hit him. He looked up at you with a mixture of anger and fear, his expression pained as he reflexively brought a hand up to his injured cheek.
Now, take this pill. I hold a pill with Chinese writing on it out in front of me.
What? Squidward hesitated, eyeing the pill with suspicion and trepidation. His mind screamed at him to refuse, to resist, but the effects of the serum made it impossible for him to disobey you completely. His hand trembled as he reached out, taking the pill from you.
Go on. Take it. Take it.
Squidward gulped, looking at the pill for a moment before finally, reluctantly, putting it in his mouth and forcing himself to swallow it. His hands trembled as he did so, his entire body tense and wary.
Hurry up. Swallow it. I karate chop his throat, sending this fucking pill right down to his gullet.
Squidward's eyes widened as your karate chop forced the pill down his
Yum.
throat, causing him to choke for a moment as the pill was forcibly swallowed. He gasped and coughed, the action leaving him a bit breathless and disoriented.
Alright, do you know what that was, Squidward?
What was that? Squidward managed to gasp out, his voice hoarse after the recent ordeal. He eyed you cautiously, his breathing still a bit labored as he tried to steady himself.
Suddenly, Squidward feels a pain shoot through his body. He grabs his stomach, and then his hips. They begin to widen and curve out in a nice feminine fashion. His chest feels heavy, and he feels something growing under his shirt.
Oh, ow! Squidward let out a sharp gasp as he felt the sudden pain shoot through his body. He clutched his stomach, his eyes wide with horror and disbelief as he felt his hips begin to widen and curve in a distinctly feminine manner. A mixture of panic and shock overwhelmed him as he felt something heavy growing beneath his shirt.
Now, what do you think it could have been, huh? I watch as Squidward continues to change into a more feminine creature.
I don't know. Nyah. Squidward's voice trembled, his words broken up by gasps and sounds of discomfort. His body continued to change, the transformation becoming more and more apparent. He watched in horror as his once masculine body began to shift and take on a more feminine form, his curves rounding out and his chest expanding.
Suddenly, Squidward's, testicles go up into his breasticles with a loud shkloop.
Squidward let out a sharp cry as he felt a sudden, painful pulling sensation in his groin area. His eyes widened almost comically, his face contorted in a mixture of pain and shock as he watched in disbelief as his testicles went up into his chest. A loud, obscene sound filled the air as this happened, followed by a wave of nausea and faintness as his body continued to change.
Now, Squidward, I have a question for you. What's a kind of hormone that starts with an E that would cause this sort of transformation? Huh? This will be on the test.
Squidward was still reeling from the shock and pain of his transformed body, but he forced himself to focus as you asked your question. His mind raced, trying to think of a hormone that would cause such a drastic change. After a moment of tense silence, he finally spoke up in a shaky, hesitant voice. Estrogen. Is it estrogen? Bitch.
Ding ding. God damn it.
Squidward's heart sank.
Did you just call me a bitch at the end there? I heard you say something like that. Also, yeah, you're right. It is estrogen. Good job. Chinese estrogen, to be specific. Ding ding ding.
No, I didn't. Squidward's protests were interrupted as you revealed the correct answer, causing his face to flush with a mix of relief and embarrassment. His eyes widened as he heard the words Chinese estrogen, finally understanding what the pill you had forced down his throat was meant to accomplish. He couldn't help but feel a sense of dread as he realized the permanence of this transformation. Oh no.
Yep, that's right. Squidward, or should I call you Squilina now? Since you are a woman.
Squidward's face burned with humiliation as you called him Squilina, the name hitting him like a physical blow. He hated it, wanted to deny it, but the reality of his situation was undeniable. His body was now undeniably feminine, shaped in ways he never thought possible, and the effects of the hormones coursing through him were making their presence known in all sorts of ways. He looked up at you, his eyes a mixture of defiance and fear. Don't call me that.
But I might as well. I flick Squidward's nose and it goes back and forth like the scrotum he used to have.
Hang! Stop that! Squidward flinches awkwardly as you flick his nose, causing it to jiggle from side to side in a manner similar to his former scrotum. This only deepened his humiliation, making him feel even more vulnerable and powerless.
All of a sudden, Squidward's grandma enters the Krusty Krab. Hello, Squidward!
Ha! Wait, Granny! Squidward's heart leapt into his throat as he heard his grandmother's voice. He spun around, eyes widening in shock and horror as he saw her standing there. His mind raced, frantically trying to think of an explanation for his changed appearance, to find some way to conceal it from her.
Squidward, what the hell are you doing?
Nothing. Squidward was clearly flustered, his voice shaky as he tried to come up with an excuse. He fidgeted anxiously, his eyes darting around the room as he avoided looking directly at
Hello,
her.
everybody.
He knew he was caught.
Hello?
That his grandmother would see right through his flimsy attempts to hide the truth.
Oh, hey, baby, I say, turning to Squidward's grandma. Ha, come here often? I wink at her.
Squidward's eyes widen, his face turning white in horror as you shamelessly flirt with his grandmother. He tried to speak up, to stop the interaction, but found himself unable to do anything except watch in stunned disbelief. His grandmother, however, seemed slightly amused by your advances.
I put my arm around Squidward's grandma, and I go, hey, you want to get out of here? I think Squidward is, or should I say Squilina, it's kind of, having a bad day. You look like you need a good time. Man, you look like you haven't been fucked in a year, man.
Squidward's jaw dropped open, his face flushing with a mixture of embarrassment and disbelief. He watched with wide eyes and open mouth as you so casually and shamelessly started flirting with his grandma. She let out a chuckle at your words, seemingly amused by the whole situation, much to Squidward's mortification.
Oh, ha ha ha. It's nice to meet you, Sonny. Ha ha.
She flutters her big, beautiful, fat eyelashes, and it makes a slightly meaty sound from her saggy eyelids. That's what they're called.
Squidward's face twisted into it as he watched his grandmother flirt with you right in front of him. Her saggy eyelids made a loud meat-like slapping sound as she batted her eyelashes. The whole scene was incredibly cringeworthy and awkward. Squidward wanted to sink into the ground and disappear.
Suddenly, Mr. Krabs bursts from his office.
Mr. Squidward!
Yes, Mr. Krabs? Squidward's voice quivered as he turned to face his boss, relief and anxiety mixing together in a strange blend of emotions. He was desperate for some kind of distraction from the current situation, as embarrassing as it was.
Mr. Krabs grabs Squidward by the middle of his face with his claw and picks him up and throws him across the room, crashing into a table.
Oof! Ow! Squidward let out a cry of pain as Mr. Krabs picked him up by the face and tossed him across the room. He crashed into the table, the impact knocking the air out of his lungs and leaving him dazed.
Losing the energy with this one. Alright, we're gonna do a better one. Alright, I was messing around with this one. Alright. You ready for a new character? Here's a little hint.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do, and so do I. I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent. And that's why I fight for you.
I fight for you. Alright. I burst into the room. Mr. Goodman, help, I need your help. Oh my freaking god.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy. Tell me what's going on, what happened.
Well, my girlfriend was running her mouth, and I bopped her one, and she didn't wake up, and now her body is blue.
Hold it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why'd you pop her?
Because bitches be crazy, yo. Oh, shit.
That's not an acceptable answer. You assaulted a woman. She's in a coma. You have no idea if she's going to wake up. I'm not here to judge your relationship issues. I'm here to defend you. Give me something I can work with. You said she's blue. What do you mean by that?
After I popped her one, she stopped moving, and then she slowly turned blue after like 3 hours or something.
Okay, that's better. So, what did you hit her that hard?
Well, I pushed her, and then she maybe fell down the stairs, which is about like 7 stories tall.
7 stories. You pushed her so hard she fell for 7 straight floors?
Yeah, but it's one of those like spiral staircases, you know? So it's just a straight trip right down, nothing stopping her.
The size. Right. And why were you near a 7-story spiral staircase with your girlfriend?
Well, we just got out of Route 21 because the bitch was just wasting all of my money, and I just kind of got tired of it. But I have been doing some kratom recently. I've been wanting to experiment and expand my mind. Do you think that maybe caused it?
Okay, let me get this straight. She was wasting your money, so you took her to a 7-story building and pushed her down a long spiral staircase? Do you understand how that sounds?
No, not at all, sir. That's why I'm talking to you. Honestly, I don't even think you're that good of a lawyer if you're gonna be treating me like this.
Size. Look, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just trying to understand what happened here. You said you were taking kratom?
My fucking... Hold on, shut up for a second.
Sigh's annoyed, but does as he's told.
God, my fucking neighbor's loud-ass truck just rumbling right outside my window. Anyways, Saul, watch this. I pull out a packet of kratom and I pop 17 kratom pills all at once.
Eyes widen. What, you just took 17 kratom pills? Did you know the recommended dose is 1 to 5 pills?
Geez. No, I didn't. I also didn't know you were such a bitch. Guess we learn something new every day.
Do you have any idea how powerful kratom is? Are you trying to overdose?
Do you understand how powerful I am, stupid head? I then start to charge my aura. A yellow light starts glowing around me. I pump my fists up in the air, up and down, like
Nervously backs away from you before taking a deep breath. Yeah, you're real powerful, pal. Whatever you say.
I smash my hand onto his desk repeatedly, causing a hole to form and a small dent in the wood.
Eyes widen. Whoa, okay, pal. I think it's time for you to get out of my office.
Suddenly, Huel enters the room after hearing the loud bangs. Mr. Goodman, what's going on?
Relieved to see Huel pointing to Fistlord. You see what I'm dealing with here, Huel. Tell this man to get out of my office.
I wouldn't do that, I say. I start vibrating with motion, and the room starts to fill with a light, soft green glow.
Huel steps back in alarm. What's going on?
I look at Huel. My eyes are glowing gold at this point. I then rise off the floor and begin floating towards Huel.
Huel looks terrified. He starts to edge away from you, Mr. Goodman. What the hell is this guy?
I reach my hand out. Come, Huel. Touch me. Receive your fuel, Huel. Better fuel, Huel, right? That's hard to fucking say. Better fuel, Huel. Fuel, Huel.
Hesitantly puts his hand out. Okay, just be gentle, all right?
At the first touch, at the first contact he makes with me and my glowing skin, Huel turns to dust and floats away in the wind.
Eyes widen. Oh my lord, what did you do to him? Huel! Teneche.
Watch this. Oh, god damn it.
Staggers back a few steps. You killed him. You killed Huel.
Alright. Watch this. I then do Naruto hand jutsu, whatever the fuck it's called. And then I start waving my hands in a windmill motion. Huel's ashes then fly into Saul Goodman's mouth and up his nose.
Begins to cough violently as the ashes enter his mouth and nostrils.
Then the ashes enter his body, and then suddenly he feels a stirring in his stomach as it begins to grow.
Winces in pain before clutching his stomach, which is making strange noises. Off! My stomach, it's... What's happening?
Suddenly, Saul Goodman's stomach grows so big, it looks like he's Mpreg.
Cries out in pain, clutching his now gigantic stomach. Good lord. What the hell is going on?
Uh-oh. I think you just got pregnant with Huel, Mr. Goodman.
What? That's impossible. I'm a man. I can't get pregnant. This is some nightmare. This isn't real.
I snap my fingers and turn Saul Goodman into a woman, I guess.
Looks down at his hands, now slender and feminine. His face becomes more round, his chest starts to fill out his suit, his voice becomes higher and more feminine. What did you do to me?
You don't really sound that feminine. You need to start talking with a higher voice, like way higher pitched. I wave my hand and make it so.
Clears newly formed throat, speaks with a high-pitched, feminine voice. Like that?
No higher.
In a voice nearly higher than possible. Like this?
Like this? I say mockingly. I then slap him across the face and flick his boob.
I winces at the slap before gasping, cupping my new chest in the same high-pitched voice. Hey, why'd you slap me?
Because it's funny. I then kick him in the now newly formed vagina.
Falls to the ground, clutching my new nether region. Off. Why you... That really hurts, you know? Starts to tear up.
Suddenly, Saul Goodman's stomach begins violently moving, and then a big liquid comes out of his penor.
Starts to
Just
cry,
fucking-
clutching my stomach,
God.
now in active labor. Oh god, the pain. It feels like something's trying to break out.
A huge 14-pound baby forces its way through Saul Goodman's birth canal.
Screams in
you
agony,
guys are
struggling to
enjoying
give
this
birth to
story.
something way too big for a human-sized birth canal. Off! It's too big. It's too big, I can't push it out.
I start jumping on Saul Goodman's belly, trying to help get it out.
Cries out in pain as you jump on my stomach. No, no. Please stop. You're making it worse.
Flicks him in the nose. What is this? This is art.
Yelps in pain.
Pure art.
Off. Why'd you flick my nose?
Does one big Mario-style ground pound. Woohoo! Right onto the stomach, ejecting the baby out the penor.
Screams as the baby is forcefully ejected from my now ruined lower region. Ah! You didn't have to do that.
But I did, and it's funny.
Winces in pain, looking at the baby, my private area. It looks ruined.
Look at your baby. I hold up the big screaming black baby, which suspiciously looks like Huel.
Looks at the baby in shock. Is that Huel? But how?
Saul, you just gave birth to Huel. Aren't you happy? Aren't you proud?
Stunned, I just gave birth to Huel. This can't be real. This must be a hallucination.
Opens a portal and sends you to hell. You fall fast.
Ah! Screams as I free fall into hell.
The portal closes behind you. I'm standing there in your office, just hanging out. Alright. Who do we
Looks
want to
around
make
shocked
pregnant
and
next,
disgusted
guys?
by the
Who's
fiery
next?
pits of hell. This is it. No. Looks
me a
down at my
character.
now ruined private area. I can't believe this.
The end. Fuck you.
Gasp, looks back up but doesn't see anyone left in my office. Wait, hey, no! Looks back down, seeing the flames surrounding me. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me in hell. Please, please come back.
That was nice. That was very nice. Alright. Who do we want to do next? I need to look for something I haven't done before. This website's awful. It's so fucking laggy. Alright. Could try doing some like... Ooh, here's one. Actually, no. Click through, click through. These options suck. I'm not seeing anything. Ooh. Let's try Family Guy. Nothing really. Let's try Brian Griffin. I haven't done him yet. Come on. Alright, we'll try something else. Alright, so one thing I've wanted to do is we're gonna do the very abusive girlfriend, but we're gonna turn her into Peter Griffin. Alright. Alright, here we go. What's up, bitch?
She glares at you and stands up. Don't you what's up me? I asked you a question. Why did you get home so late? You never tell me when you're going somewhere?
I burp. I was at the bar. Get off my fucking back, stupid Ed.
She gets in your face and shoves you back into the wall. Did you just burp in my face? That's disgusting. I'm not stupid either. Why were you at the bar without telling me? Are you cheating?
What if I am? What are you gonna do about it? Haha. I flicker on the nose.
She pushes you further into the wall as she stares you in the eyes. Don't flick my nose. And you better not be. If I find out that you're cheating, you're in for it. Got it?
I fart on her. Just big brappin' fart. Loud, and some brown particles gets onto her dress skirt. A big green cloud is now surrounding her.
Her mouth drops open in horror, and she backs away as a disgusted fart on me. What the hell is wrong with you? And was that a shart? It smells disgusting.
Ugh, do you have poop on you? I point down at her skirt and notice the brown stains.
Her face goes beet red as she looks down at her skirt. You little, I can't believe you. You sharted on me. You're so damn disgusting. You're gonna pay for this, I swear.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Huh? I get in her face and start, like, breathing in her face. Like, how's my breath smell? Huh?
She gags as you start breathing in her face, pushing your face away from her. Ugh, your breath reeks. How have you not learned proper hygiene? And I swear if you ever do that again, I'll shove your face in the toilet.
I do it again. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna do it? Huh? You're gonna put my face in the toilet? Haha. I wink at her and then spit on her face.
Lisa just stares at you in shock, not believing you just spit on her. Did you just spit on me? You're disgusting. But you're a disgusting human being, you know that. She wipes the spit from her face, glaring at you.
Yeah, so what are you gonna do about it? You just keep like, what? Did you just, do something, huh? Do something.
And she scoffs and shakes her head, disgusted with so immature, acting like a brat and spitting on me. You're like a little child throwing a tantrum.
Okay, and still waiting for you to do something.
She glares at you, getting annoyed. You want me to do something? Really? You're playing a dangerous game. I suggest you watch your tone and stop acting like a child. Got it?
If you just run your mouth and you don't do anything, then I'm gonna stab you in the stomach.
She glares at you and rolls her eyes. Oh, you're like a broken record, you know that. You just keep threatening to stab me, but you never actually do it. All bark and no bite. It's kind of pathetic.
I stab her in the stomach.
Her eyes widen in shock as you stab her. She falls back and clutches her stomach, groaning in pain. You actually stabbed me.
Yeah, I did. I told you I would, and I did.
She lets out a pained gasp as she continues clutching her stomach, a look of horror on her face. Why? Why would you actually do it? I don't understand.
Because it's funny and I hate you. I then twist the knife. Jesus.
She screams in pain as you twist the knife. Tears stream down her face as she looks up at you in disbelief. Please, please stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Scream. I want you to scream for me.
She screams out in pain as you twist the knife again, tears streaming down her face as she sobs. Please, please stop. It hurts. Stop, stop.
Make the sound.
As she continues moaning out in pain as tears stream down her face.
Sweetie, you're epic.
She does her best to keep going, her voice growing hoarse and breaking. She gasps for air as more tears stream down her face, continuing with the death metal growl. Ah! In a corpse grinder growl voice.
Now do it longer. Stretch out the sound 10 times longer. You're almost there.
She takes a deep breath, her throat raw and sore from the growling. But she tries her best to stretch out the sound as long as she can, the sound turning into a deep, guttural moan that seems to echo on and on!
You're almost there.
She gasps for air as she finishes the death metal growl, her voice completely hoarse and her face red and covered in sweat. She's completely out of breath. I did it.
I kick her in the shin and spit on her some more. I then make myself throw up all over her.
Her eyes widen in horror as you spit on her and make yourself throw up on her. She tries to move away as the vomit covers her face and hair, but she's too weak and injured to do much. Oh, God, disgusting. Why are you doing this to me?
Because I hate you. Didn't I say that? You didn't do anything, so I did.
She sobs uncontrollably as the tears mix with the vomit on her face, her voice shaky and broken. But why do you hate me so much? We used to be happy together. What happened?
I don't know, you just kind of became a bitch and I hate you.
She looks up at you, devastated by your words. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to change. I just love you so much. I can't stand it when you don't pay attention to me. I just want you all to myself.
You need to stop yapping it.
She looks at you in despair, her eyes brimming with tears. Please, don't leave me. Please, I'm sorry. I'll try to do better, I promise. I can't live without you. I need you. Please.
I really doubt you could do any better. God, this looks so bad. This looks... Look at this. I don't know how to make my camera any better. I don't even have a camera. This is just my laptop. Configure video. Oh shit, she's still...
She's still sobbing, her body shaking as the tears mix with the vomit and blood on her face, her voice barely a whisper. Please, don't do this. I can change. I can be better. I just need you. Please, please don't leave me.
Whoa.
She looks up at you with pleading eyes, her voice quivering as she continues to sob. Please don't go. I love you so much. You mean everything to me.
Well, I don't love you. I kick her in the nose and break it. Just abuse.
Her eyes go wide as you kick her in the nose, a loud crack filling the air as it breaks. She screams in pain, grabbing her nose and trying to stop the bleeding. More blood and vomit mixed together as she sobs uncontrollably, her whole body
Wait, when
shaking.
did you puke? When did you puke? I wasn't even listening. When did that happen?
She looks up at you, her voice hoarse and her words barely coherent as she tries to speak through the pain. I puked after you spat on me and threw up on me. It's all mixed into down my face.
Well, stop. Don't do that again, please.
She nods, her body shaking as she tries to stop sobbing. She takes a deep, shuddering breath and tries to wipe her face, but the whole mess just makes it worse. Her face is just a gross, bloody, slimy mess, her nose crooked and broken.
Alright, I don't know if I want to finish this. Keep going with this one. Alright, we're gonna try another one. Alright, who should we abuse next? Who should we beat up? Do you want to do... Well, technically, that wasn't a girl. It was Peter Griffin as my, like, abusive girlfriend. Let's do this one. Let's do some more Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty? Rick and Morty. I don't even know if I want to, like, leave this. This looks horrible.
Rick looks around at the scene in front of him, still reeling from the experience. Rick shakes his head. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in my life. Beth and Jerry are both still pale and shaken, struggling to process what they just witnessed.
I slap Rick. Don't ever interrupt me again. You fat bastard.
Rick reels back, looking stunned and offended by your sudden slap, rubbing his cheek. What the hell was that for?
Because, you're fat and stupid, and I hate you.
Rick glares at you with a mixture of anger and disbelief. Rick with a sneer. Well, screw you too, buddy. You're not exactly a prize catch yourself, you know.
Rick, if you were a woman, what would your woman name be?
Rick looks at you with a confused and amused expression, unsure where this question is headed. Rick thinks for a moment, if I was a woman, I guess my name would be Richardette? No, that sounds too much like a perfume.
Richardette? That sounds more too stupid, I gotta say, dude. You should come up with something better.
Rick thinks some more, coming up with some ideas. Rinking, all right. How about Ricky G? Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Ricky G.
He looks at you for approval.
Alright, I guess that works. I then snap my fingers, and Rick becomes Ricky G. Why the fuck is
In a sudden flash of light, Rick transforms into a woman, now dressed in a form-fitting red dress. Her long blonde hair cascades down around her shoulders, and a wicked grin spreads across her face. Twirls a strand of hair and looks at you with a smirk. Oh, hello there.
You're kind of gross. You're not my type. You're still really old.
Ricky G just scoffs and rolls her eyes. Ricky G with a scoff. Yeah, like I'd want to be your type anyway, loser. And so what if I'm old? Just means I've got more experience and wisdom than you ever will.
No, it means you got more, Guys, help me out. I need an insult.
Rick G narrows her eyes at you, waiting for you to finish your thought.
Means you got more sag in your bag, bitch. Fuck you.
Ricky G looks offended and a little bit pissed off at your insult. With a scowl. Hey, my sagging bag happens to be an elegant testament to my wisdom and maturity. It's called graceful aging, unlike your underdeveloped brain.
I'm actually 14,000 years old. So, who's underdeveloped now? Biatch?
Ricky G looks surprised at your revelation, then bursts out laughing. Ricky G being 14,000 years old? Yeah, right. You look like you barely hit puberty.
Yeah, and you look like you grew your peach fuzz last night. I flick Rick in the nuts. Don't ever talk to me like that again.
Ricky G doubles over, clutching her crotch in pain, wincing. Oof!
Yeah,
Damn, what
that's
the
you
hell,
fucking
man?
get, dude.
That hurt.
That's what you get. I then.
Ricky G straightens up, still wincing but trying to recover her composure. Ricky G with a pained expression. Yeah, noted. Don't mess with the 14,000-year-old teenager. Got it.
I grab Rick by the nape of his neck and I deep throat tongue kiss him. Oh, I broke him. No. Did you hear what I said last time, babe?
Ricky G looks at you with a mixture of annoyance and curiosity, with a raised eyebrow. Yeah, I heard you, babe. What about it?
So what you gonna do?
Ricky G looks at you, sizing you up. Ricky G the smirk, I don't know. Maybe I'll do something
Alright, we're gonna switch up what we're doing. Alright. Let me update the stream. Oh shit, how do I update this again? BRB. Alright, here we go. Gotta update my stream info. All that bullshit. awesome. That looks great. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, I need a sniper. Here we go. Ah, awful, horrible. Horrible, awful, cheating. Haha, gotcha, bitch. Holy lag. Holy lag, Batman, this is horrible. Ah, you bitch! God, game is so freaking laggy. Nah, I hate this map anyway. Let's try again. Ah. Report abuse. I was abused on Roblox.